Chapter 7, Hunting Lodge. 2 left. So, what's supposed to happen in the Hunting Lodge episode?
The Hunting Lodge is basically where you end up once you go through the portal in Castle Nyanya.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is where you as players didn't know what you were doing anymore.
Yeah.
It seems like there is... I mean, so if you think about it, this set off at the end of Chapter 3, beginning of Chapter 4, with Onthar saying, like, hey, I want you to find out where the treasure's going. So we would play, let's say, an episode, maybe 2 a month. Yeah. So at this point, we were 3-4 months removed from why we started out on the mission.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad idea to remind your characters every now and then why they're doing what they're doing. I think it was in this chapter and the last chapter that in an interrogation, the cultist being interrogated was asked, what else do we need to know for our mission? And when he replied, I don't know, what is your mission? No one had an answer.
No.
They were like, I don't know, why are we doing it?
Yeah, I don't know it. Yeah.
So, they're still tracking the treasure. So you take the portal and you show up outside of a hunting lodge in like a mountain setting.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can go in it and you figure stuff out.
Yeah, there's a troll guy that runs the place. There is Talus.
Talus the White, and this is where you're gonna meet some more. This is where you're gonna find out about the worm speakers, which are the highest ranking members of the Cult of the Dragon.
Correct.
Talus the White was the whole... There are 5 dragon masks, 1 for each color of chromatic dragons. Talus originally... she thinks she should be the bearer of the white dragon mask, but it was given to someone else instead, so she's pissed.
Yep.
So she is trying... She owns and runs this place. She is trying to thwart Varum, who's the white dragon worm speaker, and gain favor in the cult. Which presents you with an interesting opportunity because she tries to negotiate with you.
Inside the lodge, I think you encounter her fairly early, and she basically offers you the ability to stay at the lodge.
If you go... Alright, so there's a couple things outside. There are some portal stones. If you know the key phrases, which I don't think you possibly could at this point. I mean, I'm sure you could interrogate to find someone out. It'll bring you different places. There are kennels. There is a 4-armed troll. All of which will attack you.
There was also the animated armor.
That's inside. Not outside.
Oh, okay.
Yet. We're just outside. Alright, so then once you get into the where is it? Once you get into the actual lodge, there's not a ton of stuff. There's a helmed horror, which is scary.
And there's like elven something.
Yes, there's elven something.
There's an elven like plate mail on some of the statues.
Yeah, there's some statues with plate mail, but not a lot of enemies that'll attack you on sight. Talus at this point is waiting to receive guests. She's receiving co-conspirators in her plot to overthrow Varum and get higher in the cult. So, other than the helmed horror, which is an inanimate object and attacks like everything that walks in the room, nothing really messes with you until you talk to her.
24 kobold servants. There are a lot of secret rooms in here too that you could find.
Yeah, and some cool odd magic items at some points.
Yeah.
You find a spear named Dragon Gleam, which has 10 charges of the daylight spell.
Yep, that's it. Just kind of random.
+1 chainmail, scroll of scorching ray, a lot of gold.
The arrow catching shield was here too, I think, on the roof.
Yeah.
There's like a bird's nest or some shit on the roof.
Patrons?
Yeah.
Patrons?
Yeah.
Peaches?
Yeah.
So
Weird
there's
antler-headed bird people.
Yeah. So they have
Like a nest.
arrow catching shield. There's a nest on the roof. You can go if you want. You don't have to. All right. So you get to Talus, and she basically negotiates with you and will help you on your way because it'll make other members of the Cult of the Dragon look bad. She tells you that a short distance from here, I think it's like 15 miles or something like that, there is a town, and in that town there is a floating cloud giant?
Yeah.
Cloud giant castle, and that's where all the treasure is being amassed.
Yeah.
So she will tell you how to get there, give you horses, and give you the passphrase in order to get into the castle unharmed.
So she gave us all that. And, yeah, the only place you really can't easily get into without a fight is her bedroom. Her chambers.
Yeah.
So...
And that's where the chainmail is, the +1 chainmail.
So we did all this agreed, and we left, and then we're heading out in our game. And I came to the realization at this point, and I was like, we did get help from her, but she gave us everything we needed to know. And she's an evil member of the Cult of the Dragon. We should probably not just let her be free. Doesn't make sense. She wants to be a worm speaker. I mean, if she had the white dragon mask and was the worm speaker, once she gets that, I'm sure she's not going to look back on, oh, these are the people that helped me, and be like, oh, no, come on, please stop Tiamat. I'll just keep this mask. Everything is good. So we decided that we were going to leave, and then we decided, you know what? Let's go back. Let's take her out. So we snuck in the window to where her bedroom was, took all her stuff, and then we were going to try to burn I think we actually... We're going to try to burn the house down.
Yeah, you burn the lodge down.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if you look at the map, pretty much everything is closer to the back door than the front door. And when I say everything, I mean the kobold servants' chambers, the human servants' chambers, her chambers, her greeting room, her bodyguard's chambers, all closer to the back door, which you guys entered at one point.
Yeah.
So they knew that there was a back door. So they set the building on fire and all readied actions right outside the front door.
Yeah.
Where no one came.
Everybody went out the back door.
So then that led to an ambush out back that they survived pretty heartily.
Yeah.
It could have been bad. It could have been real bad, but it wasn't.
And she tried to escape.
Yes, that's another thing about her, is she is a faithful member of the Cult of the Dragon. Unless her own life is at stake, then she is less faithful.
Coward.
So she tried to run away and escape to one of the portals.
That didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
We cut her down.
She dead. But yeah, there's also a whole section. So the negotiation, what she wants, what she offers, if you accept the deal, if you don't accept the deal, and if she surrenders, all the information that she can give you about the cult. Excuse me.
Is there anything you would change about the way this section happened?
No, I kind of like the fact that this was the first time you walked into a place and weren't attacked on sight, even though you were enemies. It was a nice varied thing. I thought it's a cool idea that they had someone try and negotiate with you. Even actually, I think it gives you rules for if you accept the deal only if she accompanies you.
Oh. Okay.
So what she would do if she accompanies you to the next quest.
I didn't even think about that. That's cool.
And she's pretty powerful. She has a Wand of Winter, which is a pretty sweet magic item that is in the back of the book here, because it's a campaign-specific magic item. It does stuff, and it's good.
Cool.
I can cast Ray of Frost, Sleet Storm, or Ice Storm.
Yeah, so that's pretty much how we played it. We played it a little less than traditional. And yeah, so I wouldn't really change too much about it. I liked that the forearm troll was kind of a cool concept.
Yeah. Yeah, it had weird magic items. The sword with the daylight, the helmed horror, spears in a net. Yeah, pretty cool.
So I think that's pretty much it. That's all for Chapter 7, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, so on to Chapter 8, which is called something?
It's called, I think, the Castle in the Sky. Castle in the Clouds.
Castle in the Clouds.
Castle